Our first guest, we have our good brother. This gentleman is a pioneer in the area, especially on the party band scene. We're going to call him up. He's going to come up in his own way and bless you all with a few tunes, and then we're going to do a little talking. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Mr. Hanoch Hickman. Mr. Hanoch Hickman, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Job well done, man. Great stuff. Great stuff. So, let's chop it up for a second, man. Let's go. So let's talk about where are you from, man, and what brought you here to Charlotte? Let's start there with this.
Originally from Chicago, Illinois. Came to Charlotte.
Chi-town.
Came to Charlotte in 2000 to play my first church gig. My first real paying church gig. You know, when you're younger, you don't get paid for it. But
Right.
yeah.
So. Oh, wow. So you came down like for to play consistently, or you came like just for that one, say, Sunday, and that was?
Well, I was actually just coming down to visit my parents in Charlotte, and I think they might have set me up. They might have set me up, and the church they were attending asked me to just come and sit in on some rehearsals and a service. And before I left for that visit, they offered me my first full-time job as a musician.
Oh, no, that's sweet. So
Yeah.
you must have left a pretty lasting impression, I'm assuming.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up. How old would you say you were? You say 2000? I ain't gonna date you.
Yeah, I was pretty young. I
Yeah,
was pretty young.
right. So you're just gonna leave it at that, right?
Yeah.
No doubt. So, how do you like Charlotte?
Charlotte's a cool city, especially for, just families. It's a really cool city, and a lot of opportunity here. And I've gotten the opportunity just to see it grow over the years. I mean, when I came here, it was probably half the size that it is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, I got here in '07. So yeah, you got here about a few years before me. So yeah, for sure. Well, when you got here, you definitely made a name for yourself. So before we get into that, so you played the keyboard. Do you play any other instruments by chance?
I used to play drums back in the day, but now real drummers won't let me on the drums anymore.
Is that for a good reason at this point?
Yeah. Oh, don't get it twisted now. I can hold down a
So
pocket of a 2 and a 4. I'm gonna hold it down.
No doubt. Well, to me, one, I thank you for being on the show. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thanks
I
for
feel
having
like
me.
to me, you're a pioneer in this area, and just in
Thank you.
general, man. Like you definitely put in your work, and you built your relationships and all of that. So
Thank you.
I met you on again, it kind of a lot of these stories go back to Allure where I met you.
Oh, yeah. Soul Stage.
Yeah, Soul Stage.
Yes,
right.
sir.
And since then, we've had the opportunity to work together on the party band scene.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
give me a little insight on how that started and like what brought about the whole business savvy of even jumping into that lane and jumping into that field.
Oh, wow. Okay, so basically, you and I met at Allure, and during that time frame, we were doing some party band stuff, but if we took it back just a few years, I just started going around town saying, hey, I want to play for you guys. So some of my first gigs was like at coffee shops where I'm just like, hey, I want to play and I need a few dollars. So can y'all give me like $20 and a sandwich? And they like, yeah, we could do that. So I started off just playing lunch hours, just solo piano. And then as relationships grew, we eventually started an open mic at a spot off the plaza and off Central Avenue called Fire and Ice. I don't know if you remember that spot.
That might predate me a little bit, but
Yeah.
I've heard of it. Fire and Ice.
Yeah, well, me and my then business partner, Angie Drakeford, she was like, hey, well, let's partner up. Let's do an open mic. And basically, we'll have a live band behind original artists, or somebody can come out and do a cover tune. But most of the artists were original artists who will come out, and a lot of them were hip hop artists.
Yeah.
And so, DJ DR and DJ Live, I remember those two DJs being the staples there, and they would play a little bit of the artist track, and then the band would pick it up, and that's how we kind of made a name for ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, basically a spot that's still a club now, but it's got a different name. Back in the day, it was called Tempo.
Oh yeah, I remember Tempo.
Yeah, yeah. So we used to do
Wicked.
jazzy Sundays at Tempo, and that's when things really blew up. From our band starting to like do recordings and stuff like that.
Okay.
And from there, just from that repetition every Sunday, getting that practice in front of a live crowd, is how we eventually kind of moved into the corporate parties world and the weddings and things of that nature. Yeah.
Just people coming to check y'all out, and hey, I got this gig that I need done. I got this that I need to done. I'm looking for a band for this event, that event.
Yeah. Well, that event made us pretty popular, and when we released the CD, see what I thought. This is how I thought.
Right.
My career was going to work, was that
we
play in the clubs, we produce a CD. I'm saying CD. I might be dating myself with saying CD.
I mean, hey, I know. I remember what it was.
But we produced a record, and it was all original music on there, and I would go into barber shops and beauty shops, and I would sell it just like Master P was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was out there offering the CDs, $10 a pop. And I think that kind of just because that piece of media was out there, this is maybe not before Facebook and social media, but definitely before it was as popular as it is now. And it was all about beating the pavement every day, selling the CDs out the trunk. And that was the first step. And that pretty much set up a name for me and the people I was working with to, jump into the corporate world and start doing private parties and things of that nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. So what was the name? I'm assuming the name wasn't the company band to start with. Do you remember the original name? Was the original?
The original name was Hanoch and Company.
Hanoch and Company. Okay.
Hanoch and Company, and
Evolution, right?
It was definitely Evolution, because one of my graphic designers, ironically, his name was Knock too, messed up the flyer, and we ended up getting like 5,000 of these things printed out, for one of our shows we were doing, and it said Hanoch and the Company, and so the company band stuck because I was actually able to create a concept out of that basically the company band would be a company and we would have different roles in it. And of course, since then, we've kind of expanded through the nation in different states and stuff like that. And the band ended up turning into a live music company that could accommodate several events simultaneously.
Nice. Yo, so since you did say that, I know the company band has, I call them chapters. What are all the chapters of the company band now as it goes? Or what are the chapters that you've had, I say? Now, when I mention chapters, I'm like, so in the fraternity, like we have different chapters on each campus or whatever they call them chapters. So when I'm saying chapters, I'm like, okay, so the different, because you said you guys have different company bands in different states. So each state's band I call a chapter. So what would you say? What are your your different chapters of the company band or different bands within the company band?
Got it. Okay. So I thought you were talking about book chapters. I was about to go 1 through 66 like the Bible. I was about to. No. So being from Chicago. Mm-hmm. And moving to Charlotte in 2000, one of the very pivotal points for me, I'm a big family guy, I'm a big dad guy, it's all about family for me first, and whatever I do musically or business-wise or whatever, is to support that. But shortly before I moved to Charlotte, my first child was born, my daughter. And, and I was just broke it in a joke, couldn't rub two nickels together. I would want to take whatever gigs were on that road between here and Chicago, even if it meant just me getting gas money to get there and back. And so because I traveled up and down that road so much, that became the main vein for the company band. And so of course we have, you know, a presence in Charlotte, North Carolina that serves South Carolina and all the way down to southern Georgia. And then we have a chapter in Louisville that covers just that Kentuckiana area, Cincinnati and Lexington and those areas. And then we have Chicago. And as time went on, we started, once I figured out, hey, this internet thing does work some wonders. Like, you know, I started spreading out into different cities and just trying things in different cities. And so we established some presence in the Pittsburgh, Columbus area. We established some presence with the help of my boy Brandon. We established some presence in the Buffalo area. And then with the help of my good friend Rashard Jenkins, we established a heavy presence down in Houston, Texas.
Nice.
And so, you know, that Houston and Dallas has a chapter that serves them, Charlotte, Louisville, Chicago, Pittsburgh.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff, man. All under the company band. That's
Yes,
an amazing blueprint to have. I can imagine it sometimes it can be a headache, but just managing different personnel and all that. But I'm sure you setting people up in those areas, or you having partners, as you say, kind of helps smooth it out a little bit. But
yeah.
So you in doing that and having the various different types of bands, or the different chapters, as I say, of bands, you've had the opportunity to work with and become an integral part of a lot of musicians that have come through Charlotte. Some we call it Camp TCB, because like you had a chance to hone, or allow us, myself included, to hone our craft through the company band. Can you remember, or can you think of any like notable band members that you've had or worked with in doing this?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of national musicians have spent some sort of time with TCB, whether that's Kenneth Leonard, who, you know, I think I just saw him #1 on Billboard with John Legend and Tasha Cobbs, and Tasha Cobbs Leonard, let me correct that. And CJ Thompson, who, you know, is hailed as, you know, to me, one of the greatest drummers in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
To Rashard Jenkins, who is like, you know, he is the OG of NC. Like, you know, musicians really respect him, and he's probably at this point played on hundreds of albums. Evan Bryce used to roll with us for a minute, and he's out there doing his thing with Kurt Franklin. So, I mean, I'm sure there are even more names that I've missed, but, you know, it really does my heart good to see, like, you know, I got old pictures. I got some blackmail pictures. You know, but to like know we like hung out in a van for, you know, 24, 48 hours, all stinking together and everything, running up the road, you know, like just making gigs happen and being like really happy and content as brothers, just hanging out with each other and making music and sharpening each other. You know, I would definitely say that more so those guys that I named and mentioned are more responsible for just making me the person that I am, and appreciating their talent and just seeing them. I mean, guys who, you know how them boys play. You know, so, and as time went on, I actually did less playing and more administrative and executive work, which is, you know, what I do these days. It's more in the office, on the phone, on a computer, and things like that, just making the gigs happen. So it's great to just have that level of talent of them boys. And you know, we got one of our boys in here tonight, man. Aside from you, we got Anthony Crawford on the drums tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Big A.
Yeah, man. Like I've had the opportunity in working with the company band to meet some very dope musicians. This is only a handful of
That's only a handful
over the years.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, a lot of us have put some miles in together and everything. What are some of your fondest memories, and if you can think of it, what is one of your fondest memories, and then maybe not so fond memories, if you have any, of just the whole idea of the company band and just, like I said, being on the road and traveling and all of that? Because yeah, we like I said, we done put some miles in.
Well, it's definitely fond memories, man. I think, you know, the fondest memories are the places where we don't necessarily have like a crew and we've had to make those trips work. Oh yeah, how could I forget Mike Williams and Damon Corey and Derwin Friday? Mike has played with some of the best around the world. Damon's legacy is so strong that there's still a band that operates under under him, a band that he started, Queen City Band. Derwin Friday, world-renowned saxophone player. You know, I like the experiences that lead to the stage. Right. You know, everything that has happened like off stage that we had to go through to actually make that gig happen on stage.
Right.
You know, a very recent memory is when we had to play in Nantucket. And we had to take our own system out there and had to put that system on a ferry, and it, you know, started pouring down rain, and our ground transportation wasn't there when we got there, and they like, we're not sending ground transportation. And I'm like, how are we getting the whole system in backline off of this ferry to our gig? And, you know, we actually, out of the kindness of his heart, a stranger didn't rent us, gave us his van.
Wow.
Just one of the ferry workers was like, hey, you guys need a van? Here you go. And I'm like,
that's favor right there.
I mean, are you my guardian angel today? You know, so we got there, we played a good gig. You know, those logistical issues happen sometimes, and you gotta tough through it. Whether it's your fault, whether it's not your fault, it's still our job to make that show go on. And so that was a very recent memory of just like making it happen regardless of what the circumstances are.
Facts.
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff, man. All right, so you two, as you said earlier, you're a family man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hold on. We got this right here going on too.
Oh, okay.
Some more of the crew. But
okay,
yeah,
so that's the Mike Williams, Eric Williams,
E-Will, as they call him.
Yes, E-Will has rocked with us many times before too. I mean, me and the Williams brothers, we go way back to when they first got here from Buffalo, and you got all A players there. That's brother, and their dad right there in that band.
Oh, wow, okay.
They're actually at my house, and that's where I think that's one of the days of Jodas's rehearsal where the whole crew was just there working out, and sound stage that, you know, used to be back there.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, as I was saying, you are a family man. What they call you, Uncle Granddaddy?
They call me Uncle Granddaddy.
No doubt.
Yeah,
so give us, how does that feel, man? One, like having a little one, and just the whole family situation right now. How do you like that?
You know, so I emptied out my nest a few years ago, and I have, you know, children in their 20s. And then, you know, my slick self decided
to try and be slick.
I was going to fill it back up again. So that's precisely what I did. And as my children are getting older now, they're having kids.
Right.
And so this is my son here.
Okay.
And then my grandson here, and they're the same age.
How about
And
that?
so these are the men of the future,
Yeah.
and it really feels good. It feels like a second chance.
Hey, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. You know, my grandfather, my great grandfather was a musician, and my father has always said he feels sorry for any child of a musician, and it's
Facts.
basically because my father knew that his father's father just wasn't around that much because, you know, he was always on the road, always trying to make that bread, you know, always trying to provide. And then back in the day, you know, when the musician roll out, you know, mama may not even know if he's coming home ever.
Right. True.
So, you know, and I experienced that, and my older kids experienced that when I was trying to build as a young musician. You know, they experienced a lot of absence from me.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm grateful for the opportunity just to pour into my children, my little ones, and my grandchildren. And I'm glad they're all around the same age because we do little fun stuff like, you know, cook and go
Nice.
out to the park and play and stuff like that. So it's cool.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
And that I can tell that you really love your family and your kids and everything. Just one, you know, we normally do this on a Wednesday night, and it just so happened to open up on a Tuesday night this
Right.
time, and you were available. And I know you were saying that the Wednesdays are pretty much out of off limits. You know, that's family time, and I respect that. You got to
Thank
be
you.
able to respect that. So, what I want to do real quick is do something called "What Were You Thinking?" or "How Were You Feeling During the Time?" And we're gonna show a couple photos.
I gotta say something about this real
Oh, yeah.
quick here.
Go for it.
So this is my 102-year-old grandmother, and
Yeah, man.
yeah. So there are 100 years of 5 generations across 100 years in our family. That's me with her, and we had a buffet in Vegas right there because she's still living it up.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All
I
right.
bet you the stories.
Yes, sir.
All right, what else we got? What were you thinking?
What were you thinking? Okay.
Let's see. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Now this was well, that's you obviously playing. Where were you guys at?
That was the 149th Kentucky Derby. Yeah, so we were at Churchill Downs where the Kentucky Derby takes place every time in a VIP area. What was I thinking right here?
Yeah.
This was tricky because you got to rock them as hard as you can. So y'all don't see the angle of the people dancing, but we also watching these races up here because we have to be done with the music before that race starts. So we play all the way up until the horses get inside the gate. And we just got to be on it. As soon as that gate opens, we got to cut the music because the announcer comes on and they start, you know, announcing the race.
See, a lot of people don't know everything that goes into doing stuff like events like that.
Oh, yeah.
What about this one here? I always say I want to go skydiving, but
Yeah, I was skydiving. Well, number one, this was a pretty scary experience. But you know, I wish I could have, you know, just did it by myself. I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
why they gotta have
He
a
is right.
dude
Yeah, he
on me
your back,
like that?
He on your back.
So I mean, yeah, I ain't do that no more. I just did that one time, and that wasn't my idea either. That was a gift from my ex-wife, you know. So
You said he got a gift for
see,
you
that's why
back.
she my ex, cause
No doubt.
okay. Love it, love it.
Love it.
Yeah. You know why I really like this is because we don't always get the opportunity
And
to I would say we rarely get the opportunity to play for our people,
Us.
people with similar ethnic backgrounds. I'm black, y'all, just in case anybody was wondering. I'm black. And this was an event that I wasn't personally there. And, you know, that makes me even prouder that, you know, we can hold up the product and, you know, hold up our brand, whether I'm there or not. But the band rocked out that night. That was a great event right there.
yeah, it's funny you say that because that's one of the reasons why I chose this video, because I know that we don't normally get a chance to do, especially on the corporate side and the party band side, we don't get a chance to do events for us a lot, which I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, you know, we got to go where the bread is. So just having the opportunity to be able to party with your people a little bit, you know, it's always a good feeling.
Definitely.
All right. So that's all I have for what were you thinking? I'm going to take this opportunity to give you a chance to plug anything you got going on, anything you want to say to the camera or anybody out there. Go for it. And once again, I do appreciate you being here, man.
Oh, well, I appreciate you having me, brother, for real. So I want to let y'all know, if you are looking for a live music experience for your next private event, be sure to hit up the company band at www.thecompanybandlive.com. Y'all can hit us up. You can email us at info@thecompanybandlive.com. We'll take good care of you and customize your experience for your special day. Thanks so much.
Big shouts to Hanoch Hickman and the company band. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another Tsae experience. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. One more time, make some noise for Hanoch Hickman